As you know, Lagos State is a state of excellence. And I must tell you sincerely, we do not just, um, you know, bear that name. We do not associate ourselves, the state with that name. But because we believe in excellence and we do what is excellent. Um, Lagos State, like other states, have policies. Apart from the national policy, we have our own policy too, and we, strictly adhere to those policies, for in doing our things. Um, what you said, well, I would not say we saw it trending on social media, and it's a good thing you are around to hear us out. I must tell you sincerely, the our policy is that all um, qualified candidates, of course, those are children in either public or private schools, primary schools, that would uh, transit to junior secondary schools, of course, must sit for our placement exams. That is if it is for public primary school, junior secondary schools. There are other, again, that are public but are special, sort of. That is the model colleges and upgraded secondary schools. There is an exam too. They call that common entrance. Those who are interested in such schools will sit for that exam. But naturally, generally, all students that will go into our public schools must sit for the placement exams. And when that is done, children that are qualified, that pass those exams, are those that will be placed and, of course, will be issued certificates. This certificate you mentioned. You want to agree with us that there are mysterious people around that are not even staff of either the Ministry of Education, SUBEB, education districts, and so on, that will post. I wouldn't know how you got that person. We have searched through, our records, and it was discovered that no name like that appears, on our database, staff database, for either SUBEB headquarters or local government education authorities or schools under the purview of SUBEB. Some people will have seen it happen here and there, even in other spheres of life, not only within the education sector, that it could happen. Yes, but I'm telling you, with all authority, that if it happens at all, that person obviously is not, our staff. If people could print Nigerian currency, that unconscious people would take for the real Nigerian currency. So, like I told you earlier on, that person is not our staff. We've searched our database carefully and critically, and we have discovered that no name like that exists in our database, at least in SUBEB database, in LGA database, not from our schools. But people could, fake certificates. University certificates are faked. So if that happens, I think the most important thing is for the public to be, wary of such. And even for people to avoid, cutting corners. I think that's the most important thing. If people should be sincere enough to ensure that their children, do the right thing, face their studies, and present themselves for appropriate exams and perform creditably well. The Agency for Quality Assurance in Lagos State is a very, very active and efficient body with knowledgeable staff in their schedule. Apart from that, in SUBEB, we have, a department also that is charged with the responsibility of ensuring that, quality is, quality performance is delivered when it is exam, not only during exams, even before exams. All these bodies, even myself, directors, board members, all of us take it as a responsibility to visit schools. Not necessarily to go and intimidate people. That is why these days it is called quality assurance. Gone are those days when it is era of inspection, whereby people, sort of intimidate both teachers and pupils. It is a sort of friendly activity between the teachers, the pupils, the school managers, for the purpose of ensuring that the right thing is done for the betterment of our education. And even during exams, we also don't forget again that our teachers, our school managers, government ensures that training and retraining, opportunity is given to them from time to time. And the essence of this is to enable them to be able to, perform as expected without much supervision. But in spite of that, during exams, when we have any exams, we take it upon ourselves to go out. I don't know, we have media organizations, representatives of media organizations, TVC, LTV8, Radio Lagos, a host of them like that. Even print media, they come around during the visit some of these schools. They have the freedom, and some of them will even go with us to some of these schools. All of these schools are schools that are not, under the list of Lagos State government, either at basic education level or at secondary education level. But being that as it is, we also have the responsibility of ensuring that quality is assured in all schools, irrespective of whether they are public or private. But I want to point out the fact that we cannot, as much as we put in our best, without being sentimental, I can tell you that Lagos State, if not the best, is one of the best states where education is managed. The body charged with the responsibility of issuing certificates to qualified persons, for school living certificates to qualified persons, is under the Ministry of Education. That is the Exams Board. And we know, the procedure. But we would not relent. We will continue to do the best to ensure that, all of this, is eradicated. I am yet to find out where in any of our schools. But we are not saying that there are no bad eggs. But as soon as we get any one of them, we take necessary action in line with the civil service regulations. But I must tell you sincerely that over the years, that decorum, that discipline, the level of discipline, decorum in all facets of education in Lagos State has been, highly commended. As much as that act is decried, it's not good, it's not supported, and will never be supported by the government. I must make it clear that even in your statement, a woman that was suspected, you see, I wouldn't know what exam. Lagos State common entrance exam. Okay, if it is, I think the only thing we can bring out from there is that a lot still needs to be done on one, security, which of course is one thing the Lagos State government is so much concerned with and working on, so that unscrupulous elements do not have their ways into exams hall. But I must tell you that, well, I'm hearing this. I would not say yes, it really happened, it did not happen, but I will bring this to the notice of, the authorities concerned in that area. That's the secondary school something. We will look into that, and immediate necessary action will be taken. Anything that will bring our education profile backward. We've labored a lot in Lagos State to move the level of education higher. Lagos is seen as the mirror which other people, other states, look at to improve on their education standard. So we will continue to do our best